WNBA staged finals. This is a bad look for the WNBA commissioner. The game was rigged. For the first time, a single play in the WNBA has become a global talking point, and not for the right reasons. The infamous mega travel by Breanna Stewart, which could be described as an exaggerated rendition of the electric slide, has sparked outrage among fans and analysts alike. In a critical moment, down by 2 points with just 5 seconds on the clock, Stewart executed a series of steps that looked more like a dance routine than a basketball maneuver. Despite the theatrics, she missed her shot and was subsequently fouled. This has led to a broader discussion about the integrity of the game. Critics are rightfully questioning how a team can even hope to win in overtime when they feel the game has been stolen from them. The outrage intensified when the WNBA commissioner, Cathy Engelbert, was spotted at Game 5 wearing a dress that prominently featured the New York skyline. Some might argue that this was merely a nod to the location of the game, but the optics are troubling. At a moment when the integrity of the league was under scrutiny, her appearance felt like an endorsement of a predetermined outcome. Engelbert's demeanor during the game only added fuel to the fire. Video footage captured her smiling after a controversial call that many deemed unjust. This kind of reaction from a league official raises serious questions about impartiality. If a commissioner appears to favor one team, how can fans trust that the games are being officiated fairly? The perception that the game was rigged became almost undeniable, especially when the supposed legal guarding position of Alana Smith was called into question. The officials' decisions throughout the game seemed to favor the New York Liberty from the very start. If you take a moment to scroll through social media, the word rigged is everywhere in discussions about this game. The WNBA is facing a public relations nightmare, and Engelbert's attire did nothing to alleviate that. A commissioner should symbolize fairness and integrity, not become a walking billboard for one team's home city. This is a critical moment for the league, and Engelbert's actions reflect poorly on its leadership. Let's also consider the quality of basketball being played. The game in question was not just poorly officiated. It was one of the worst displays of basketball we've seen in the league this year. Both teams struggled, with the Liberty playing far below their usual standards. If the referees had called the game fairly, it's likely the Minnesota Lynx would have had a significant advantage in free throws. The disparity was stark, with a 23-6 free throw difference, numbers that simply cannot be ignored. In a situation where the Lynx could have emerged as champions, the narrative shifted to one of rigged outcomes and questionable officiating. Engelbert's decision to show up in a New York-themed dress not only added to the frustration, but also contributed to the belief that the results were predetermined. As a fan of the Lynx, the disappointment is palpable, but the larger issue at hand is the integrity of the WNBA itself. This entire scenario paints a troubling picture for the league. If the WNBA wants to maintain its credibility, it must address these issues head-on. Engelbert needs to take responsibility for the perception of bias and the officiating problems that have plagued this game. Fans deserve better. They deserve a league that prioritizes fair play and transparency. Until these concerns are adequately addressed, the WNBA will continue to face skepticism and criticism, and its reputation will suffer as a result.